Time now for our regular Friday look back into the CBC archives. Tonight it's from 1986, and the story is about a program that many of you may remember. Front Page Challenge was on the air for years on this network, and on this night it was celebrating its 30-year anniversary. Here now is Dan Bjarnason.
Few Canadian institutions have lasted as long as Front Page Challenge, and to become more popular year after year is something to be envied.
That's the opinion of one viewer at least, expressed over a decade ago. And now, after 30 years on the air, the show's more of an institution than ever.
Tonight on Front Page Challenge.
Hammered out in 1957 in a producer's living room as a summer fill-in, and in a business where programs fight for breath and often die after a few weeks, Front Page Challenge is one of the most successful TV shows in history. The program developed the look of a miniature history of the 20th century. There was the silly...
let's talk about diamonds. That's a dull subject.
Let's not talk about diamonds.
Let me talk to you about your ex-husband, George Sanders. Are you still friends with him? Every time you speak about him...
Let's talk about diamonds.
There was the profound...
my whole Christian background had a great deal to do with my coming to this conclusion that love and nonviolence should be the regulating ideals in any struggle for human dignity.
Perhaps the show's chief drawing card was, until his death, an endearing scamp, Gordon Sinclair.
Did the personal event happening to you cause you to feel happy or joy or euphoric?
No euphoric. There wasn't an ounce of euphoric in it.
On occasion, the panel goofed on the obvious.
Well, let's see what's left. Mumbly peg, I guess that they don't do that anymore. Is this a sport where you run around?
Is it boxing by any chance?
No.
Swimming.
Not once in 4 appearances did they manage to guess
Gordie Howe. Hooray!
One of the original moderators 30 years ago, Alec Barris, today is the program's writer. He recalls some early disasters, such as Winston Churchill's son, Randolph.
Who was sort of 9 sheets in the wind by the time he got to the studio. Went to the wrong studio first, and when he finally got to the right studio, he insisted that somebody go out and get him a bottle of whiskey, which he killed before the show, and he didn't even need it.
Then there was the defecting Russian diplomat, Igor Gazanko.
And then when he came in, he insisted that he had to have his voice muffled so it wouldn't be recognizable. B, he had to wear the hood over his face so he wouldn't be recognized. But the funny part came in when he saw that Fred Davis was in the makeup room getting makeup on. He insisted he had to have makeup on too, even though he was going to wear the hood.
It's hard to imagine now, but the critics panned the show opening night 30 years ago. A corpse, they called it. A long 30 minutes. The critics were wrong. Last night, the taping of a 1-hour birthday spectacular. Critics had also predicted that Front Page Challenge wouldn't last after Gordon Sinclair. The critics were wrong again. Dan Bjarnason, CBC News, Ottawa.